Hello everybody and welcome back to Gold Mining Simulator. Today we're finally gonna be tier 3 washplant mining, I think. At the end of the last episode, I promised that I would finish doing all the excavator work to put all the pieces in place for the tier 3 washplant, and I think I have done just that. I don't think I missed anything. So today, for the first half of this episode, we're gonna be hooking the entire thing up because it needs electricity, plumbing. This needs electricity. I think both the conveyor belts need electricity. Yeah, here's one. I think the other one's over here. Yep. We need to do the plumbing. We need to fuel this giant generator up. We need to get things here. We need grates and some kind of special miner's moss or something, I think. I think we need buckets for these. Yep, so that needs buckets. We got a few, but I'm gonna have to go buy more probably. And then we need to set up the two little like starter setups at the bottom here, but we have to move some stuff because our production setup is a bit in the way, unfortunately. I think I'll just deal with it and move them back over this way, because I'm not gonna need any of this stuff. Like, all of this crap is just worthless now. I don't need any of this. I don't need this splitter. At least not in this spot. Like, all of this stuff, useless to me now. Because we're not going to need these generators. We're not going to need any of this. We're going to just be using the main pump. So, I reckon we can just kind of squeeze it over here. And then what I'd love to do is squeeze the nuggetator, like, right here. That way I can just go from nuggetator to up to these things, maybe. Which could save a lot of time. Or maybe even try and squeeze it under this, which would be kind of ambitious, but I think it would work. I have a lot of plans. It's just a question of getting all the materials to execute those plans, and we also have $30,000. So we gotta hope that the rest of setting this place up won't be too ludicrously expensive, because while we do have 4,000 grams of gold, we are about to lose a lot of it because another day is about to end and you have to pay gold taxes or whatever at the end of every day. So we're going to lose some of that. But I will probably end up going to town. When I go to town anyway, I will probably smelt some because we are probably going to need more than $30,000 to finish this. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see, but yeah. I don't think 30k will be sufficient to buy everything we need. So yeah, I'll see you when I tear down everything that's already in place, because this is going to take some time. And then we can start hooking things up. Alright, I mostly cleaned up. I'm just trying to get the dump truck out of the creek currently. I found mostly everything we have. We just have this water line, but I can grab them as we set up the plant. They're not that far away. I can just grab these hoses as we go. I need to grab the old wash plants, but I can do that later. I think first things first, let's get the stuff in the truck over there, because we have the other wash plant we need. And let's get the little bit of fuel left in the fuel trailer moved over to that generator, so we can try and fuel it up. If possible, of course. Alright. How much fuel does this thing need? I'm gonna go with a lot. It seems to be every percent is a percent. So damn, okay. That's kind of crazy. Oh well, let's start connecting stuff while this happens. I believe... Well, I thought I had electrical, but I guess not. So let's do water instead. So this is the input. This just needs to go straight to the creek. Which hopefully the creek doesn't dry out, because, well, there's not infinite water, I don't think, in this game. I need to get all of this stuff. I'm gonna need to bring this stuff anyway, so I may as well bring some pieces as I do this. But yeah, now we got water in theory anyway. And we can go down here and just bring this piece of the sluice, or whatever this thing is called, and grab an electrical cable on the way. We're gonna need to go to the store and buy electrical cables. I'm fairly confident of that, because I've only managed to find 3. Which is not even enough for half of this power plant. So that's something to consider. Put this in place, and then get another electrical cable. Like, genuinely, we only have 3 massive electrical cables because that's all we needed for the mobile wash plant, so we're gonna need a lot more of these, unfortunately. It means a trip to the store, but I'm not gonna rush it. We're just gonna ignore the electrical for now to just be safe. That way, if I need anything else in the other departments, I can buy it all at once. And I think I need to buy some spare tires for my truck as well. Because if I recall, those were at like 20% health, so might not be a terrible idea to buy a couple. There you go. So we should have water now. If I have it plugged in, huh? Yeah, I need to plug that in. Okay, got both of the, like, powered water thingies that the stuff falls into. So that's a start. I need to get the mats. I need to get mats for up there, but for some reason, I don't think these are the same. No, it's different mats. So I need to find different kinds of mats for that, which I guess is fine. I'll probably have to make a trip to the store just for buckets too, with the sheer amount we're going to be going through. Especially if I want to do some mining off camera, that means I'll just be filling buckets and buckets and buckets. And then whenever I'm ready to continue, I'll just be able to process all the buckets at the start of said episodes. Although I might have a bit of a change of plans on how I'm going to set this up. Especially being that I have this generator right here, which does work. After this, we can do the plumbing. Did I do this one already? Yes. After that, we can do the plumbing for this thing, because now we're out of electrical cables. And after, we can go do a trip to the store, stock up on things we need, because we need at least 1, 2, and down here probably needs power. Yeah, 3, plus a splitter. We need 3 big electrical cables, which... Is there even 3 slots left? No. That's a problem. Oh, well, we can use the regular ones. The ones down there need regular plugs. We'll just need extensions, most likely. So that's good. That's good. We are doing okay. We just need supplies, pretty much. And we have 1 hose left, so for now we'll just take it and bring it up here to the plant and hook this up. So in theory, if we turn everything on now, the plant should fire up at least partially. Yep. Oh, and I have to turn this thing on. The pump isn't on. Oh, because the pump isn't plugged in. Wait, no, that's an issue. Oh well. You get the idea. All of this seemed to have worked up to the shaker, because that's what is in all connected. So that's good. Alright, I have returned from my various adventures, and we can continue working on this. Now, I've been thinking of how I want to set up this small area. I haven't gone to the store yet, and we will do that soon, but I realized that I actually have some regular power cables laying around, so I don't actually have to go to the store just yet. Problem is actually making it above this thing. So I can run the power for these 3 things, including the nuggetator, which I have now moved over to its correct location. I'm mostly just curious whether or not all of this is actually wired in correctly. Now, we need to deal with water, which is a whole thing. Now, where did that pipe go? I had a pipe. I think it's up there. But I need water for the little pans and the nuggetator, I suppose. But the nuggetator is going to be in the small generator, actually. So the nuggetator is fine. In theory, anyway. I shouldn't have issues with the nuggetator. Because it doesn't technically need to be connected at all. I'm going to have to buy another one of these. I'm going to make a list of everything I actually need to buy. That way I don't get stuck with a bunch of extra stuff. Because things like pipes and these, you know, hoses and stuff don't actually break down, so these are forever items. So there's really no point in having them, like, excess of them, because we don't need an excess of them. Okay, everything should work if everything is turned on now. But yeah, I'm gonna buy everything we need, head back to the freaking store, and not the store, the claim, and I think we'll be ready to go. and start actually digging with the dump truck and the tier 3 wash plant for the first time. It's not the end of the world if I have to do multiple trips, it's just kind of annoying. Alright, so I think we're going to be ready to do our first washout here. Alright, I have to actually walk all the way over to the dump truck. But I think we're going to be ready to start washing. I connected everything up, I think. I did a test power on for the main plant itself, and everything seemingly worked. So, let's get our dump truck. I should have actually preloaded the conveyor belt thing so we could try it out immediately, but I actually have to load this thing up first. Let's fire up the plant and make sure it's actually working. That way we can go on a grind and start making this money back. Obviously, this is going to start going down. It's going to start picking up dirt in the conveyors. The whole plant is very loud. I feel like I have to yell over it, but I probably don't because it's going to get quietened down in post. Then goes into this, which it should start going down. Yeah, 1%. So everything is starting to fill up. That's good. Alright. Plant seemingly works. So we're just gonna run it until it stops working, I guess.
Any which way I turn out, the lights burn dimmer, and the heart cooking south of the river. Mouth full of Vinny, sitting cans full of liquor. Street light flickers, feel it in my blood. Any which way I turn out, the lights burn dimmer, and 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 any which way I turn out, the lights burn dimmer. Heart cooking south of the river. Mouth full of Vinny, sitting cans full of liquor. Street light flickers, feel it in my blood. Any which way I turn out, the lights burn dimmer. Heart cooking south of the river. Mouth full of Vinny, sitting cans full of liquor. Street light flickers, feel it in my blood. Any which way I turn out, the lights burn dimmer. Riding up, 10-man ringer. Parts singer, sing it out to fuck. No more love, no more love, no more love.
Alright, everything is at 100 pretty much. So that's good to know. There is some extra dirt, so I'm going to try and turn this thing off here. There you go. I think everything is at 100%. Seeing incorrectly, but yeah, I think everything is full. So I guess let's get to processing stuff. This takes quite a while, but I've done this so many times in the past, I still remember very vividly how the hell to process this thing. So the fact that we can now pick up multiple of these makes this like 1,000% quicker. Apparently it was and wasn't at the same time. It's a shame we can't pick up 6 of these at the same time, because that's how many go into the machine. Oh, right, it would help if I actually turned on everything over here. I never actually tested these, so hopefully these work. So we're gonna find out. Power this up. And that's gonna start going. Nuggetator is really useful. It is, like, really, really useful. Because you don't have to do the stupid washing in the pot thingy, the pan, no, whatever it is. You don't have to do the shaky thing, it just does it for you. Which is so nice. It is so much better than just doing it manually, that, like, that thing is a must-buy, pretty much. When has a process in a game like this ever been instant, you know? I want to show the entire process at least once, that way you kind of get a sense of the amount of effort that goes into every washout when you reach this kind of point in the game. Everything just starts taking a while. For reference, it took me about 40 minutes to dig the dirt to fully fill out a wash cycle thingy, or whatever you really want to call it. I should turn everything on, actually. Okay, this is full. Throw that in there, because why not? It's a lot nicer than when we couldn't pick up multiple things, but it doesn't make it easier to pick up. Alright, we can finally start getting some gold. Hopefully some decent gold, too. Not much magnetite on that, which is fine. We're not exactly going for magnetite anyway. We just have to go through with all the buckets, which definitely takes some time, but that's kind of just how they go sometimes. So many messages for things finishing at the same time. Let's get this one, 2. Put this in there, because it's full. That in. Put this in there, because it should be good to go. And I think that's everything. Just have to actually wait for it to actually process now. So hopefully, I'll just put these grates back on. And everything should, in theory, be ready to go. I can find all the bits and pieces. That's all good to go. All the buckets are in place. Alright. Everything is good to go. There's very little gold in that. That's not great. There's basically 1-digit grams in there. Not ideal, huh? That's kind of how it goes sometimes, I guess. Why does this have, like, no magnet? Okay, there you go. Damn. These buckets are, like, very inconsistent. I guess I did kind of just merge everything together. Speaking of magnetite, I don't actually have the magnetite trailer here, so realistically we can only cycle through however much we can with the amount of magnetite here. Alright. The nuggetator is empty, everything's empty. Everything is going well. We just have to wait for the wavetable to finish. We didn't get that much gold, and I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, we got maybe 3,000 grams. We're gonna lose probably roughly 350 to the day ending. Like, not horrid, but it's not good, you know, for the amount of effort. It's not great for the amount of effort it takes, to be honest. Maybe I'm just nitpicky, but like, this is the size of the hole at this point. It's kind of dark, so you can't really see. Do I have a flashlight? No. But the hole's pretty big at this point. Definitely not the biggest thing in the world, but it's getting up there. I was going to do another washout, but you know what? Screw it. I think I'm going to go smelt as a lot of the gold we have. Alright, smelted a decent chunk of gold. I left a bit of spare since it's about to hit midnight and we're going to lose like 300 grams probably at least. So I figured I'd leave some spare. Hopefully we get a good 100, 200, well, ideally $200,000, I guess, for that kind of gold, but realistically it might not be that much. Let's see. 200, yeah, I mean, that's fine. Also, in case I forgot to mention it, I saw that we got a pop-up for someone wanting to work for us. So, in the dream world, that would be a mechanic, but you never really know. I hope for one, because the quicker we get a mechanic, the more careless we can be about how we operate the plant. Because it'll just fix itself at the cost of a monthly expense. For front-end loader. Plus, driving an excavator from the digging area to Washplant take most of your work time. A loader is what you need. That's not even why I want it, because I'm still probably going to use the dump truck for that. I actually want it just so I can load up more at a time and also dig at ground level. So, well, there goes the tires. I mean, it was only a matter of time before this truck kind of just exploded. This was my basically main vehicle previously when I played it. We're gonna try and use the loader to kind of dig right here and start going out this way.
But I'll take your bet, you're gonna regret, 'cause I'm the best as ever been. Johnny, you're all smelt your bow and play your fiddle hard. Cause hell's broke loose in Georgia and the devil deals the cards. And if you win, you get this shiny little bit of gold. But if you lose, the devil gets your soul. case, and he said, I'll start this show. And fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled the bow across the strings, and it made an evil hiss. And then a band of demons joined in, and it sounded something like this. When the devil finished, Johnny said, well, you're pretty good, old son.
Alright, another 40 minutes, another washout complete, so it's time for me to clear all this out again, and once more see how much we make. Probably not much if the last time's anything to go by, but hey, progress is progress nonetheless, even if it's not much progress. Alright, we got a decent amount here, minus 1 bucket, because I accidentally put it in the wavetable instead of the magnetite separator, so I put it directly in there, which is kind of my bad on that one, to be honest. Alright, I think that's everything. Alright, I need an empty bucket for this guy over here, so I forgot about him. We're not getting much gold here. That's empty. That's for certain. Well, that was a bit better until it stopped. Oh, now it's going. That one's a pretty decent bucket, but that's probably the stupid nuggetator or whatever. I think that's a lot of the mats there in that one. The thing is, it's not good because we're spending about 1,000 grams a night now on rent, roughly, give or take, which is insanity. Last night was 900 grams of gold, I think. I think it was 850 grams of gold in rent provision, which is insane, because that just means we straight up lose 800 grams, which, for reference, losing 800 grams is basically losing, like, $35,000 of profit just deleted. Like, look at how bad a bucket is. Like, 2 grams a thing. An increment, that's basically terrible. Right now, we're literally getting less than the mobile wash plant. The front end loader loads the dump truck a lot quicker, but the thing is, this hill is kind of steep here, so I was trying to remove some of the dirt around to make it a bit easier. And I think today we'll do one last digging session. I think we'll do 3 washouts an episode, if possible.
He laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said, devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best there's ever been. He played on the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan, picking out dough. Granted, as you don't fight, no child knows.
Alright, I think this will be the last washing out for today. Been a long minute. We've basically broken through to the original hole. So, I'm definitely going to do some mining off camera just to keep expanding this out a bit more. And also because, well, the next upgrade is $500,000. Or next cheapest upgrade, anyway. Because the alternative is to buy another parcel, and truth is, I don't want to. Because I think they're like over 1 million, all of them, and I think the last one is like 2.4 million. So, and plus I need to go get fuel in town and all that, so I'll probably play fair bit off camera. Probably do like 3, maybe 4 more washouts. Just, you know, get a bit of progress, maybe more, who knows. Truth is, I need to edit a lot of videos currently, so I might just work on this in between all of that until I catch up. So it might be a lot, it might be a little, it just kind of depends on how things go. But I mean, we've moved a tremendous amount of dirt already. I mean, look at this. We've moved all of this, all of this. I mean, you guys have been watching it, obviously, but all of this, and then this giant crater here, which I don't know how deep it is, because probably still some depth left of the claim here, because we never hit bottom, so we've moved a lot of dirt. And we're probably going to move a heck of a lot more before we leave this claim still, so. A bug I remember is if you put in, like, a bucket when the machine is already processing stuff, it just never gave you the gold back in the day. So I want to test this out right now. I'm going to do this washout where I just don't reuse buckets, like, ever. I'm going to let the machines finish every time before putting more of stuff in, you know? Yeah, so we're like halfway worn out with the plant currently. Also, can this thing shut up? It's so loud. At least for me anyway. It's probably not nearly as annoying and loud in the final video, but that's because I have a minus 10 dB on anything I play that's not my microphone. 32,000 grams of magnetite? Or did I read that wrong? There's no way that was right. What kind of crack was in this bucket? 2,000 grams of gold. I mean, that bucket was good. Like, real good. But that was probably the Nuggetator bucket. It seems like the Nuggetator is basically the main thing making our money. And everything else is kind of just okay. So yeah, it seems like the mats are the main thing making our money currently. Everything's basically emptied out again. We just have to finish processing this little bit of stuff left. And I do mean little bit. There you go. How's the, like, maintenance on these machines? Because these are kind of our entire income. Like, 90%. Like, loans are very aggressive in this game. Nowadays, loans in games are, like, very chill, but, like, 150% interest rate. Like, this game has very realistic loans. In the sense that they are very much a lifetime of debt. But, like, we could loan out, like, half of the cost. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Gold Mining Simulator, and I hope to see you guys next time where maybe, I don't want to promise anything, but I think we'll probably upgrade the wash plant even further. And of course, dig out a bunch of land. So yeah, hope to see you guys next time. See ya.